Today we are doing a bonus community redraw episode. It's my way of saying thank you all so much for starting to watch these videos and commenting and joining the community. You're all a shockingly positive and encouraging group of people. YouTube comment sections I don't usually see as being super positive, but it's all positive stuff in the comments on these videos, and that's just amazing. Thank you all so much, and it's so cool seeing so many people in the Discord sharing artwork. I love seeing all your work. It helps me want to make more cool artwork, so thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope this video is at least some kind of small thank you. I'm also gonna cut between the videos a bunch of shoutouts to people that have commented in the videos and people that I think deserve shoutouts. So just before we get into the drawings, I have to say a huge shoutout and thank you obviously to Zach of ZHC, because if it weren't for him, this video would be a 3,000 subscriber special instead of a 5,000 subscriber special. Obviously because of the opportunity to work on that how to draw lyric video, and then Zach making a community post on my behind the scenes video. From that post alone, we ended up boosting up like 1,300 subscribers in a day, so thank you so much. And then you donated a bunch of money to me on my stream. That was absolutely incredible. I really appreciate that. Zach, you are awesome. PopCross community, you are all awesome. Okay, that's it. Let's cut to some drawings. Now this first submission is by some person who draws, and that's not me being funny, that's their name in the Discord, is some person who draws. And it was for the Sci-fi submission episode, and I really loved it. I didn't get around to it for that episode, but when I decided I was doing this episode, I was like, okay, this has got to be one of the first ones I do. I love the style, it's really cool. I love how it's got a really narrow waist and a V back. And especially because I'd just gotten into doing some more Humberto Ramos style stuff, like in that last Spider-Man episode, I was like, okay, I gotta do a bit more of that with this character. So I do the sort of really long limbs, which worked well because the original drawing by some person who draws already had pretty long limbs, and I loved it. Worked around with a couple roughs, but really I like the pose that I end up going with here, where the one leg is kind of forward. It almost looks like, even though they have wings, the character is kind of like leaping forward. And the big grin is really fun. Later on you'll see I make the eyes two different colors because I noticed that some person who draws made one of the eyes kind of outlined a bit darker. I outlined one of them a bit darker, but then I want to go the next step with that, and I made one eye blue and one eye yellow, and I think it's really cool looking. I love the expression on this one, as I've been doing a lot with my expressions. I give it a big open-mouthed grin, and I think it works even better with this creepy kind of character. I love the horns on the head, I love the wings, and I especially, going back to the eyes actually for a second, I love the sort of veins coming off the eyes. It's really cool. I add that around in more places on the character as well, just to give it even more texture. And then with the colors, because there was no specified colors, I went with sort of like a red gradient to dark green-ish sort of color, and then the wings I make a reddy kind of purple. And overall, I think this one turned out super cool, and it was a great one to start with. Thanks for the submission, some person who draws. Here's my version of your artwork. A few episodes ago, the pinned comment that I made was asking people if they wanted anything specific for me to say when I shouted them out. Some of them are pretty funny, so let's go through a few of them. The first one's from Lord Shadow, who's I've talked to a bunch of times. His icon is actually artwork of mine that I redrew of his on this show, so that's super cool. So shout out to Lord Shadow, and also he asked me to say, oh boy, Ich bin Fledermausman. Ich bin Fledermausman. Which he says is German for I am Batman. I hope he's telling the truth and I didn't just say something really terrible. Ich bin Fledermausman. Ant-Man1101 asked me to say, Ant-Man is the best. And I do really like Ant-Man, so I'm okay saying that. Oh wait, he specified that I should say it for an hour or 10 minutes. I don't know how much recording time's left on my camera, so I'm just gonna say it like 2 more times. Ant-Man is the best. Ant-Man is the best. Sorry that I'm not gonna say it for 10 minutes. Oh, Cohen Comer, redrawing some of your art, by the way, Cohen, later in the episode. It is in here, and I'll talk more about how great Cohen is when we get there. But Cohen suggested saying, my name is Christian Pearson, and I know all Pokemon from memory. Which is a bold-faced lie, me saying that, but he asked me to say it, so I'm saying it. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at saying people's names. Hablutzel? Janny Hablutzel. Yanni? Oh boy. Okay, I'm sorry. Asked if I could say... Okay, so this word is Swiss German for a lichen drawer? I can't even say what it is in English. Okay, chuchichastli. I failed you, Janny or Yanni, or however you pronounce your name. I can't pronounce so many things in your comment I can't pronounce. I'm so sorry. Okay, you know what? Let's cut back to another drawing for now, and I'll do more of these later. Now, this awesome piece of pixel art was submitted by Batman. And not, presumably not the real Batman, and I think they might have had a different name in the Discord before, but anyway, their name in the Discord currently is Batman. So what's up, Batman? This is some awesome pixel art. I don't draw it as pixel art because I'm not particularly good at pixel art. I've done it once or twice. I actually helped someone make a video game a couple months ago. That was my first time doing pixel art, and I wasn't great at it, but this was super impressive, and I felt like I had to do something with it, so I don't really change around the original idea much. Because it's pixel art, some of the stuff, it was kind of hard to tell what maybe some stuff was supposed to be. I end up making the sort of textures of flowy cape or whatever under the bigger red cape kind of look like the character has legs that just flow down into nothing and no feet. But yeah, if you really analyze the version that I do, you can't totally tell what's going on. Those kind of two dangly white rope things, I make ropes with this with sort of pendulum pendant things on the end. I'm not sure if that's what they were actually supposed to be, but either way, I think it ends up looking pretty cool and being a good non-pixelated representation of your original artwork. And of course, I just color picked the colors straight off of your original because I love the really vibrant red that turns into an almost sort of purple. And of course, we all know that I'm a big fan of purple. So let's wrap this all up and take a final look at my non-pixelated version of Batman's pixel art. Alright, more shoutouts. YouTune Art, shout out to you, hello, asked me to start one of my videos with an alien language. So this isn't the start of the video, but Rosenkattel... I forgot, one sec. Rosenkattel... I have no idea if I said that right. It's supposed to be Klingon for thanks for watching. But I tried, so there's your shout out, YouTune Art. Sophie Drew Drawing didn't actually ask for a shout out, but she commented on here, so hello, Sophie Drew Drawing. Idaho asked me to say, my name is PopCross Studios and I love lasagna. Mr. Gotastic, shout out to you, asked me to say, I'm a goofy goober, yeah? I'm a goofy goober, yeah? Josh Jimison, I'm surprised we didn't get more of these, asked me to say sub to PewDiePie, or actually said sub to Pewds, so sub to Pewds, and there's your shout out. The Bloodstorm, hey, we got some, ooh. Wait a minute, there's a spoiler alert in the background. We've got some of your art coming up later. Okay, I gotta get that off the screen, so let's cut to some more drawing. Now this submission is from someone who I've drawn things from a few times, but I just couldn't resist. Wovbind submitted this one, and I just love this character. It was so different from the other things I've seen from her so far. It's much more like cute and cartoony in contrast to that like crazy monster she submitted for the Monsters episode, which I thought was super cool looking. So this one was like, okay, let's take a crack at a goofier, cartoonier one. And I also kind of liked that there was no color. It meant that I got to decide what the colors were gonna be. I don't know if you'd had some originally intended colors. I end up going with like a blue and yellow. And the other thing I just love about this one is that it's really cute, but it's got the crazy, monstrous head thing where on top of its head a sort of like teeth open up and a tongue can come out, and it's really creepy and crazy, and it's like, I want to say that it reminds me of something from a recent Marvel movie, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone, so I won't, but you might know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this thing is just super cute and scary at the same time. The head, I tried to channel a bit of a Venom sort of look, but that doesn't necessarily come across. I was just thinking like the tongue and sharp teeth. And with the eyes, I tried to give it sort of pupils in the coloring stage by making a really intense gradient from a bright, almost white yellow to a much darker yellow, and I think that kind of comes across. I basically wanted to make it look like the character was looking forward as it was charging. I also gave it the cane that you give it in one of your drawings, and I don't end up giving it the top hat. I probably should have added that since I was giving it the cane. The only thing that I change besides adding the color is I add a couple sections of yellow on the body just to give it a little bit more detail, and then I do a bit of an extra texture on the back. But overall, I try to keep it pretty similar to what you originally had, and I think it ends up working really well. This is a fun, kind of creepy looking drawing. So anyway, let's wrap it up and take a look at WoW Bandit's submission in my style. Gerline Chahal said, "Quack like a duck and dance like a chicken." Okay. That was silly. That was a silly thing I just did, but I did it for you, Gerline. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Kriyesh. You probably told me how to say your name during the live stream the other week, and I've already forgotten. I'm sorry. Creation? I'm sorry, I'm probably saying it wrong. Oh, but you didn't even ask for a shout out for yourself. You asked for a shout out for your friend. Seymour Butts. You got me. Good show, good job. You got me there. Oh, shoot, I didn't... Well... The next piece of art we've got is by The Bloodstorm on the Discord, and it was for the Sci-Fi submission episode, and admittedly, I was going to draw this one, and the only reason I didn't was because I am really bad at drawing guns, and I was feeling lazy at the time, so I picked a different piece of artwork, so I apologize, but I'm drawing it now, and I don't do a super hot job on the gun, But yeah, I really should practice drawing guns. They just don't come up that much for me because I don't give a lot of my own characters guns. But anyway, the rest of this character ends up turning out pretty cool. I don't really change any of your design elements. I go with pretty much what you have. I love that on the suit there's some glowy blue kind of presumably lights on it, and I think that's really cool. And I love that the blade has a bit of a blue glow to it as well. And yeah, I pretty much stick with just how you drew the character. I just give it a different pose. I have it aiming the gun up in the air and the knife raised as if this character's challenging someone to be like, come on, come fight me. I picture there's some kind of giant monster on the other side of the screen that they're about to charge in and just destroy. This looks like a really tough character. The only difficult part I had with this one, besides the gun, is the skull being tilted back in perspective. I don't know if I totally nailed it, but I do think it ends up looking pretty cool. It's not particularly realistic, but then again, I'm never really going for realism with the way I draw stuff, usually going for kind of cartoony, and I think it works the way I did it here. Anyway, let's take a wrap up and see my version of the Bloodstorm's artwork. Alright everybody, there are a few final people that I think deserve shoutouts, and I know there's going to be a bunch of people that I missed that I should be shouting out, and I'm sorry, it's hard to remember everyone that deserves a shoutout. There's so many of you that are so awesome. So these last people that I think definitely deserve shoutouts, we have got Art of Troy, Figs Art, Ashotaku, Speedscape, Flav, Cosmic God Cyrax, Sebsa Joe, Fernie the Fan Cat, Ninja Wyatt. Shout out to all of you. I'm sorry I don't have a more elaborate thing to say about everyone, but I want to keep the pace of the video up. So shout out to all those people, and of course huge shout out to Cohen Calmer. We've drawn some of your art before, but you deserve it, so we're gonna do some more right now. Let's cut to that. Now, of course, I couldn't do a 5,000 subscriber submission special episode without having some artwork by Cohen Calmer, the original moderator of the Discord and the person who convinced me to start a Discord in the first place. He set the whole thing up, he's done an awesome job, and he's always looking out for me in other videos, and he almost got us a collaboration with people a couple of times, and he's just super awesome guy, super great to talk with. Cohen, you're doing awesome. Thank you so much. And this was a piece that I had wanted to draw for, I forget which episode you submitted this one for. I remember wanting to draw it, but running out of time, so I'm assuming it was the superhero submission episode. Maybe the monsters, sorry, I don't remember which it was, but either way, I had wanted to draw it and just didn't get to it, and I'm glad I got to it now. I go for a bit more realistic look, not Not, you know, actually realistic looking, just a bit more realistic. I looked at some pictures of squids and octopuses, and I end up going, like, I give it a bit more of a texture, and I kind of round out its base a little bit more so than you have, and have the tentacles kind of spill out, and I don't really know how to explain what I'm talking about, but you can kind of see what I mean, right? And then besides that, I just add a few more details. I had it posed as if it's kind of like descending into the depths and about to grab. I was thinking like it was gonna grab and attack someone, but really this kind of looks more like it's going to like fix a submarine or something. Like it's, I don't know, maybe it's because the eye isn't that angry looking, so it's not looking fight-like to me. It's looking more like, oh, I gotta go fix something up down there. Like this is kind of a repairman sort of character. Not that that's what you intended, but that's just kind of from the pose I gave it. That's what I'm seeing in this one. Anyway, I think this one ended up turning out pretty cool, so let's wrap it up and take a look at Cohen's, I forget if you gave this one a name, but I'm just gonna call it Robot Octopus thing. Here we go. Alright everybody, thank you so much again. I seriously can't get over how positive this community is. It's really great. Thank you so much to everyone coming to check out the videos. I appreciate you all so much, and I promise the videos are just gonna get better from here. This isn't some goofy side project to me. I'm really trying to make this channel better, and any input you give is really appreciated. Alright everybody, I'm Christian Pearson of PopCross Studios, and I will see you all on Monday.